relaxing fishing trips or mind-broadening reading. But if you pour all of your enthusiasm into these things, you don't have anything left for your definite major purpose. And soon you won't have the resources for your diversions either. Now, how do you develop controlled enthusiasm? I think that the very first step is right on time. And it says to develop your definite major purpose. I think that that's probably a cure to a lot of ailments in this society these days, is for everyone to have a definite major purpose. Some people's major purpose isn't so clear, or they just want to be perceived as the bad boy on the block. That was me, and that was my whole purpose. There was nothing beyond that. I had good people in my life that came and went, so here we go. We adopt a definite major purpose. And we write a clear statement of that purpose and our plan for attaining it, including a statement of what you intend to give in return for its realization. Back our purpose with a burning desire and fan that desire. Coax it. Let it become the dominating thought in our minds. And set to work immediately carrying out our plan. The universe loves speed. Follow our plan accurately and persistently. If we are overtaken by defeat, study our plan carefully and change it if necessary. Do not change it simply because we have met defeat. Ally ourselves with others whose aid we need. Keep away from joy killers and naysayers. Stick with the optimists. Never let a day pass without devoting some time to furthering our plan. If we are developing enthusiasm as a habit, and habits require reinforcement. Keep ourselves sold on the idea that we will obtain our definite major purpose no matter how far away that moment seems. Autosuggestion is a powerful force in developing enthusiasm. Keep our mind positive at all times. Enthusiasm will not thrive in a field full of fear, envy, greed, jealousy, doubt, revenge, hatred, intolerance, and procrastination. It needs positive thought and action. Does this list sound like things you're already doing? It should. Enthusiasm is the natural outgrowth of all our efforts towards success. What is important is that we now recognize that every appropriate move we make is building our enthusiasm as well. Examine each move for the presence of enthusiasm. Understand how it has helped you and how we will be in a better position to apply this tool consciously when we need it. Now, there's some enthusiasm boosters. If we think that our enthusiasm needs work, that it hasn't been growing apace with our progress on the other principles, we can stimulate it with some simple exercises. Here it is. To be enthusiastic, act enthusiastically. Does this advice seem redundant? It isn't. If you enter a meeting with your enthusiasm low, ignore it. Shake hands confidently. Reply definitely to questions. Assert the value of your ideas and proposals. Ideally, enthusiasm makes these things automatic. But if you consciously perform the actions, you will begin to see their positive results. This stokes the fires of enthusiasm. Keep an enthusiasm log. When your enthusiasm runs high, make a note of it in a notebook. Write down the circumstances that inspired you and the manifestations of that enthusiasm. Were you spurred to action? Did you solve a problem? Did you persuade someone of something? Also, keep a written copy of your definite major purpose and your plan for it inside your notebook. Then, whenever your enthusiasm is ebbing, pick up your valuable book. Not only will it remind you of the reason you should be enthusiastic, but it will also review for you the benefits of that enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is a spiral, turning inward or outward, rising or falling. To give your enthusiasm a push in the right direction, refer to your notebook when the spiral is collapsing in on itself. That's a good idea, is to keep an enthusiasm log. I never have heard of that before. But if you don't keep a log, then I know how the mind is. We forget so many things. And if we get that refresher, if we have the presence of mind to start keeping a log, how advantageous that'll be for us. That's such a good idea. We can also complete a can-do task. Now, in a way, can-do tasks are like crutches, but when we aren't moving the way we should, or we're not helping ourselves by not using them. These are things that we know you can complete quickly and well. They should be somehow related to our definite major purpose so that they help direct and control your enthusiasm. So this is an enthusiasm booster. So if you're not feeling it that day, then you can complete a can-do task and you can get your juices flowing that way. Suppose you own a hardware store. Your responsibilities may not have you on the floor very often. Instead, you're in the back office. But you remember how much you enjoyed working on the sales floor. Go back to that floor, make a few sales, renew your enthusiasm by returning to its roots. A word of warning: if you have to resort to enthusiasm boosters frequently, something is wrong. You have strayed from the definite purpose you were pursuing. You will need to take a serious look at your plan for that purpose and think about realigning it so that it reflects your ambitions more closely. Now, enthusiasm and the Mastermind Alliance. This is a good one to discuss. One of the most important places where your enthusiasm will go to work is in your Mastermind Alliance. If you share your enthusiasm with other members, you will increase